The McClendon Report, Ask or Ask, Donda's Rules, Suit Shoes, all available at McClendonReport.com. I enjoyed Senator Hillary Clinton's speech last night. She is a true Democrat. But do you think the Clintons are up to something? Did Clinton endorse Obama for the future kickback? Can the Democrats really beat John McCain and the Republican juggernaut? Tonight, Delmarie Cobb and Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. give me a big hugapalooza as we discuss Hillary's acquiescence and the uniting of a fractured party. Garrard McClendon Live is next. Welcome to Garrard McClendon Live. Democrats are on center stage. Hillary Clinton was in the spotlight last night, and today she and her loyal pantsuit-wearing supporters helped to nominate Barack Obama. She brought her A game and put together a strong message and performance.
And that I move Senator Barack Obama of Illinois be selected by this convention by acclamation as the nominee of the Democratic Party for President of the United States.
Wow, you know, Hillary's announcement was major news today, especially in light of Democrats needing unity. But this morning, Illinois Democrats, at odds with each other, exhibited a public display of affection. Does this signify that the party is truly coming together? Check out this clip.
Who else out here been mad at me? I ain't figured out yet. I've been trying to get to know Mayor Daley for 14 years. I'm not going to be satisfied until I see Rod Blagojevich give Michael Madigan a hug. We're not going to be satisfied until we see that.
I tell you, it's been quite an eventful 24 hours. Joining me on the phone from the DNC in Denver is Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. Congressman, welcome to Garrard McClendon Live.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
I appreciate you. You know, it's an exciting day. We just saw you on TV a few minutes ago. You were smiling there next to Sandy. What's the excitement like out there in Denver?
Barack Obama has just received by acclamation the party's support, the Democratic nomination for President of the United States, so acclaimed by Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Tomorrow he will deliver a historic address before 75,000 people at Invesco Field. Man, I either need a cold shower or a cigarette.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Hey, Jesse, let me ask you this, my friend. Is the party...
And I don't even smoke. By the way, I don't even smoke. I don't want anyone to think I do, but hey, man, this is some exciting stuff.
Hey, Congressman, is the party finally unified now? Talk to us.
Well, the truth of the matter is we have to be. We have no choice, and that's why Hillary Clinton's outstanding speech last night was so very important, and she hit it completely out of the park. The Democratic Party, to win national elections, is too small. We have to be unified when we leave our convention, and we have to allow our nominee the opportunity to go after independents and Republicans for various policy initiatives and other things, quite frankly, that might make some of us upset if we want to win. And so we can't reach out to other states unless we in Illinois are getting along ourselves. We got to set the example ourselves, and then we can reach out to other states.
That's right. Congressman, let me ask you this. Did you know ahead of time that Hillary Clinton was going to make this announcement?
No, I did not. We had heard rumors that Hillary Clinton did not want this to go on. She doesn't want the impression that there's some division out in the country. Listen, this is about moving from our pain to John McCain. We got to bring some smoke on that guy, man. And if we put the smoke on him, if we can bring the rain, we can win.
Yeah, this is for real. You know what, Congressman, you know, there's been a lot of speculation that there's been backdoor deals taking place this week. Congressman, I got to ask you this question. If Senator Barack Obama is elected president of the United States, Illinois needs another senator. Will that senator possibly be Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr.?
Well, I ain't cut no backroom deals, but let me tell you something. It's going to be Governor Blagojevich's decision. If he asked me, I wouldn't say no. But let me tell you, it's going to be his decision. Whoever he picks, I will support. And this I pledge to you. I'm not running against him in 2 years.
Yeah.
That Democratic senator is going to need our support. And giving him a primary or her a primary and forcing, you know, a big fight within the state, I'm not going to participate in it.
Hey, Congressman, was that why you had this hug-a-palooza today? What's up with the big group hug? It looked like an episode of Martin Lawrence.
Well, you know what actually moved me today? I heard Bobby Rush speak right before me, and he talked about his health issues. And, you know, I was at my friend's grave site the other day on 181st and Halstead, Bernie Mac. And I said to myself, you know what? Man, this ain't, you know, I'm not going out of here on no petty fight. Whatever differences I have with people, come give me a hug, man. We're going to put this behind us, and we're moving forward. We got to win.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. You know, Congressman, we appreciate all of your work. I mean, keep up the good work out there. You know, it's really interesting to see this historical moment take place. Barack Obama is speaking tomorrow. We're looking at the 45th anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
You know, what does that mean to you, Jesse Jackson Jr.?
I mean, to think that 45 years ago, Dr. King was standing in the shadows of Abraham Lincoln, and he said, America has issued us a bad check, and his comeback marked insufficient funds, and that we're not going to any longer accept a promissory note. And then to see Barack Obama standing in front of where Abraham Lincoln delivered that speech about a house being divided, half slave and half free, and then Barack Obama to emerge saying, listen, we're a nation half with health care, half without, half with housing, half without. I want to be your president because I want to close these gaps.
Yeah.
Man, I want to jump out my skin.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this.
Congressman, last question. Can Barack Obama, now you got to be honest with me now, can Barack Obama beat John McCain? Be realistic.
Can Ali beat Joe Frazier?
Go!
I mean, can Larry Holmes beat Jerry Cooney?
Oh,
of course he can. Can he beat him? He's going to beat him.
It's
If
gonna
we do our part. He can't beat him by himself.
Come
We got to
on.
do our part.
Come
That's
on.
why we got to bring that smoke.
Jesse, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to say, I'm voting for Barack Obama. They're going to vote for John McCain. Come on, Jesse.
Man, listen, ain't nobody inspired by John McCain. John McCain can't fill up a movie theater. We're about to fill up Invesco Stadium. What you talking about?
Wow.
Barack Obama got more fans coming to the speech tomorrow night than the Milwaukee Brewers got fans in the stands, bro.
Man, Jesse, thank you so much for joining Garrard McClendon Live. We appreciate you and keep up the good work.
All right, thanks now. Bye-bye.
Oh, man, and still to come on today's show, Clinton supporter Del Marie Cobb discusses the convention, her prerogative, and the Emil Jones Uncle Tom remarks. Garrard McClendon Live will be back in a minute.
And said, excuse me, what did you just say? And he grabbed me and started laughing and didn't repeat it. I said, no, what did you just say? And he didn't say anything. And I said, did you just call me an Uncle Tom? And he didn't say anything. And then a barrage of things that I cannot repeat.
Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live. Joining us on the phone is Democratic Delegate Del Marie Cobb from the Democratic National Convention. Del Marie Cobb, thanks for taking time out on Garrard McClendon Live. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Del Marie, you gotta explain the excitement of what just happened. Talk to me.
You're talking about the incident with Senate President Emil Jones?
We can get to that later. I want to talk about the excitement of Hillary Clinton's announcement.
Well, good. I'd rather not get to it.
Yes, ma'am.
No, we're all excited about Hillary Clinton's announcement. I think she laid the groundwork for this announcement last night. I was at a rally of Clinton delegates this afternoon. She repeated exactly what she was going to do or her support from last night. She explained to us what she planned to do today on the floor. She said she was not going to ask anybody to do what their heart did not tell them to do, but this is what her heart told her to do.
You know, Del Marie, are you in total agreement with what Senator Clinton did?
Well, we have said from the beginning that we support Hillary Clinton, and if whatever she was going to do, this was her race. She has to come out of it the best way that she feels is right for her. And as a supporter of her, I support her all the way. So if this is good for her, it's good for me. And I'm a good Democrat, so I'm going to support the nominee no matter what.
Yes, ma'am. Del Marie, what about people who assume that you should vote for a candidate just because you're a female or just because you're African American? What do you say to those that just hold on to not just party line, but color line and gender line?
Well, I mean, I understand that. I mean, for years, African Americans have certainly voted for white candidates because we had no other choice. And I understand racial pride and wanting to vote for somebody who looks like you. But I also know that sometimes you have to divert from that and go with who is the best qualified, who you think is going to be the best candidate for the times that we're in. And I personally thought it was Hillary Clinton. 20 years ago, the litmus test I used for the Jesse Jackson campaign was who had the best record with black people in advancing our causes and us as a people. 20 years ago, it happened to be a black man. I used that same litmus test this time, and for me, it happened to be a white woman.
Yes. You know, Del Marie, what's interesting in conversations that I'm in, people automatically assume that if you're African American, you should vote for Barack Obama. Now, we heard the little soundbite or the alleged soundbite that took place a few days ago. I know you just answered that question, but I'm coming back to you by saying this. What about that alleged Uncle Tom remark? What did you feel when you heard that?
Well, first of all, I thought it was uncalled for. We had been verbally jousting simply because Senate President Emil Jones had started it, and I can joust with the best of them. I don't have a problem with that. We all know what signifying is in the African-American community, and I figure I'm pretty good at it. But when you start name-calling, then you have crossed the line, and we all know what Uncle Tom means. And I'm not going to let anyone call me an Uncle Tom, and I certainly am not going to let anyone call me an Uncle Tom who I know in the past has done the same thing. I mean, Emil Jones actively campaigned for Glenn Burchard against Roland Byrd, and nobody called him an Uncle Tom. He did it for whatever reasons he did it for. So, this is not a litmus test for blackness. And the most important part of this is if we're talking about the 45th anniversary of the I Have a Dream speech, when King said a person must be judged by the content of their character and not by the color of their skin, that needs to work both ways. It can't just work for the black community. It also must work for the white community.
Absolutely. Del Marie, one more question. Can Barack Obama beat John McCain? Be honest, Del Marie.
Well, I'll just say what I've been saying all along, that it's going to be a very close race. I think it's going to go down to the wire. It's not going to be a cakewalk by any means. Hillary Clinton went out of her way not to tear the party apart. People said she ran negative campaigns. She did not. She did not attack as hard as she could have. And now that we're in the general, we're going to see what negative campaigning really is. Wow. And I would tell everybody to watch the poll numbers. The poll numbers are going to tell the story. They're already telling the story. It's going to be a very close race.
Wow. Del Marie Cobb, thank you so much for spending some time with us on Garrard McClendon Live. We appreciate your service, and have a wonderful time out there in Denver, Colorado.
And thank you so much.
Appreciate you. That's former press secretary of the Democratic National Convention back in 1996. That's Del Marie Cobb. We're going to be back in a moment. Still to come on Garrard McClendon Live. We're going to take your phone call. 630-575-TALK is the number. CLTV.com/GML is the blog. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live. The Democratic National Convention is the place to be as we continue with calls and interviews. You know, we just interviewed Del Marie Cobb. We also had Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. on the line. They're having a great time. Hillary Clinton makes a big announcement, and we're going to go to your phone calls. You know, you can call me at 630-575-TALK, 630-575-TALK. Hit my blog, cltv.com/GML. I'm going to Phil. Phil, how are you today? This is Garrard McClendon. What is your question or comment?
Mr. McClendon, I want to say congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
But I want you to understand that this is a precarious situation we have with the Hillary Clinton voters and Barack Obama voters. We have to handle their voters, Hillary Clinton's voters, with kid gloves because they are really emotional about their candidate. There's no sense of us trying to bark at them or anything like that. We have to put our arms around them.
Yeah.
We have to really explain to them that we need them and we love them and we want them to be with Barack Obama. We have to let them know that they count for something, that they're just not just a throw-in the game.
You know what, Phil? Phil, that's a great point. Please answer this question. Did you notice last night how Hillary's speech and the film before Hillary's speech, which was brilliant, they kept focusing on 18 million votes? You know, I thought that was not insidious, but I thought it was quite interesting. What did you think, Phil?
Yes, but that's what she has been campaigning on. That's why at first she didn't want to suspend her campaign, because she was saying to America, I have the same amount of voters as Barack Obama. And see, a lot of people didn't understand what she was saying, but she was carrying a movement as well.
Yes.
I am a Barack Obama person. I am for him. But I will never disrespect Hillary Clinton's voters. I will not dismiss them. And anyone, I want to say this publicly over the airwaves, anybody that does not respect Hillary Clinton and her voters is not a true Democrat.
Man, Phil, that's a big phone call. Thank you so much for that call. You know what? Phil has a great point. It's kind of like the Democratic Party has to realize that it is a family first, and to totally disown the Hillary Clinton supporters and that candidate could be a bad scar on Barack Obama as he moves into possibly becoming the president of the United States. I'm going back to the phones. I'm going to Tantalaya. Tantalaya, you're on Garrard McClendon Live. What is your comment?
Hi, I just wanted to make a comment. My father's name is Tyrone Sanders. He's been in jail for over 25 years for a murder he didn't commit, and I actually know who the real murderer is. And I voted for Blagojevich, and my father has his thing on his desk, and he hasn't done nothing about it. We need a new governor.
Wow. Have you got... You know, Tantalaya, I'm glad you called. You have to look at other alternatives, not just the governor or not just officials in your particular community. You know, you have to look at prisoners' rights, offenders' rights. There are several student groups and law schools that deal with that particular matter. And still to come on Garrard McClendon Live, Calumet College of St. Joseph student ambassador in the Washington Initiative, Zebediah Hall, joins us live from the Democratic National Convention. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live. You may comment on my blog at www.cltv.com/GML. I read all comments, and I may read yours on the air. Zebediah Hall joins us now from the Democratic National Convention. Zeb, what's going on out there? Were you in the room when Hillary Rodham Clinton, the senator from New York, made that announcement?
Yes, I was in the room. The room erupted. She had to pause for like 30 seconds just because of the applause.
Unbelievable. Now, you know, Zeb, did you think that the Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton would make this announcement today? Did you think she'd do that, yesterday? Were you thinking she'd do that today?
I didn't think she would make that announcement, but I thought she would try to unify the party, but I did not think she would go that far to unify it.
Yeah. Zeb, I saw some pictures of you today, man. You kind of rubbing elbows with some pretty important people. You know, what was it like to spend a little time with, I think you were with Mayor Daley today. You were with Nancy Pelosi. You were with Al Sharpton. What was that like?
It was unbelievable because when you see them on TV, you don't really understand what type of people they are. But when you get up close in person, they're down-to-earth people, and they're very nice and concerned about the values that's important to them.
Yeah. Zeb, what did you do today? What was from morning until now, what have you been doing all day?
I've been at the Pepsi Center talking to important people. I even shook hands with Senator Jesse Jackson Jr. today.
Wow, he was on our phone line earlier, man. We had a great interview with him. Hey, Zeb, you know, I know in the past you've mentioned that you want to go into business. You're going to be graduating from college soon. But, Zeb, is there a political career in the future for Zebediah Hall?
Yes, after I heard Michelle speak and I heard Hillary speak yesterday, there's no question that will be my first opportunity I'm looking to when I graduate from college.
Wow, Zeb, hey, thanks so much, man, for joining us from the DNC. We appreciate you, man, and we'll try to give you a shout tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
Take care now. You know, here's the deal. You need to exercise your freedom of speech. You also need to exercise your right to vote. You know what? I want to thank my guests today, Jesse Jackson Jr., Del Marie Cobb, and Zeb Hall, calling us from the Democratic National Convention. As Obama and McCain square off before the general, make sure that you rally behind your candidate. Voting is something we take for granted. People died for this privilege. That's Garrard McClendon live for tonight. Remember to keep your head up and always be encouraged.
The McClendon Report. Ask or Ask, Donda's Rules, Suit Shoes. All available at McClendonReport.com.